Sigmar lives! Or is it Vulcan? Vulcan lives. Huzzah! Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Bad Karma Card's actually playing a card game.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to go horribly wrong now.
Yeah, the world's going to end.
No, that's only for... No, I won't say that. I'll jinx it. We're here to play Age of Sigmar Champions, which we mentioned on Karma Kraken.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We have two starter decks. We have Tyney with the Undead, or Death,
Yes.
and I have the Order, or Stormcasts. Quick going through it. It's a. If you played Lightseekers, you'll have a grasp of what's going on. Cards rotate much like they do in Lightseekers. I'll flash a card up right now to explain it. But there are two types of rotating cards. There's ones with circle, which are considered smooth, so they automatically rotate every turn.
Yeah.
There are cards known as clunky cards, which require an action. So essentially, the ones that have the line on the bottom, they require you to do something to make them rotate.
Okay.
I'm going first, obviously, so I'm going to show you how to play the game.
Yep.
We've calculated our starting health, which again, as I flashed up the cards, hopefully you'll see the champion card has two symbols, a red number and a green number. The red number indicates the modification to your health, like starting health, and the green number is your points. The points indicate what teams you can put together, so you can't have overpowerful characters in the same team.
Like Destiny sort of style.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Completely lost it. Your starting health is essentially 30. Your characters can buff you up all the way to 35. You can never go above 35 health.
Alright.
But it is very much like Lightseekers, where you can keep dropping and increasing your health.
Yeah.
The aim of the game is to get your opponent down to 0 health, or make them deck out. I have never gotten to deck somebody out, so I don't expect that to happen. So,
Jinxed it
again. I'm starting on 32 health.
Yeah.
Because of my characters. We're using dice. We'll try and keep you up to date. I might even put, if I could get really fancy, I might put a little number and names.
Ooh.
You know, I keep pushing myself. Tyne has a slightly modified death deck because I was a Muppet and I did that. This is the Order deck straight out of the box.
Oh, right, okay. And this is your deck.
It's straight out of the box, but you don't get her in the starter deck. And there's a few other cards that I've thrown in because I had them from packs.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said I was going to go first. What happens is, because I'm the first player, I draw 4 cards.
4 cards.
You draw 5 cards as the second player.
Cool.
So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put that there because that's not actually a card. I mostly play online, so I have some grasp of it on the app. So I'm going to tell you how to do things.
Yeah.
So your heroes can rotate.
Okay.
When they do a full rotation, they unlock these quest cards,
Yes.
which are kept secret from your opponent. Essentially, to accomplish it, you have to accomplish the symbol that's currently in the top left-hand corner.
Yep.
Majority of them will relate to symbols on your cards. See, like this one here says Stormcast. Well, it's a Stormcast symbol, and I have a card in my hand which has a Stormcast symbol.
Alright, yes.
So if I now play that in front of that hero, they will rotate.
Yeah.
You can make them rotate multiple times in a turn, but majority of quests can only be done once a game.
Yeah.
So, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the Hurricane Raptor in front of the Night Herald. Because it's Stormcast and it requires a Stormcast, I rotate him. Majority of your heroes, the generic ones, don't have a lot of actions, but a couple of them do have heroic actions. You can do a heroic action a turn.
Yeah.
So this guy has a heroic action. Rotate a highlighted Stormcast unit 1 step forwards. So essentially rotates.
Yeah.
So when you play a card, it pretty much tells you what it does.
Yeah.
So the Hurricane Raptor, damage to your opponent. The highlighted champion cannot deploy spells or play abilities. So he comes into play, just like Lightseekers, he does up you a point of damage.
Yeah.
So what I can do now is I can either play another card,
Yeah.
That is a 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Play another card. Pass the turn to draw a card.
Mhm.
Or I can use a heroic action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use heroic action on him to rotate a Stormcast unit. So he rotates to that to do you 2 damage.
Okay.
Then I pass turn over to you.
Yes. Right.
If you want any advice on any cards or what they do, obviously because it's a learning,
Yeah.
just let me know.
It's very like Lightseekers
It is
actually.
very
Now I'm
much
looking at
like
the
Lightseekers.
cards. I think the only thing that's sort of a little bit different. Well, a lot
There's a
different.
Transformers card in there.
Yeah.
You know
Don't be
what?
cheating.
Do you know what I'm very worried about? I think my order card's been shuffled into my deck.
Oh, of course.
So when I draw that, I'm like, oh, order.
Right, so I think we're gonna play that guy.
Yep. I'm just going to move these just slightly out of the way.
Thank you.
The thing that I haven't mentioned, obviously, as you can see, there's 4 characters lined up. They're in lines
Yeah.
or rows, much like a MOBA.
Mm-hmm.
Top, middle, bottom.
So pop that on.
Do you like to know what your symbols on you guys are? That is play a vampire unit.
Yep.
That's play any red unit.
Yep.
That is use an ability, which is on that line there. It tells you what it is, and that's play any unit.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna pop that there then.
Okie doke. So he rotates to there.
Yep.
And damage to your opponent. Currently, it does nothing because it's an X.
It'll click round.
Well, you've still got another action.
I have and pop that one in there again, so she will click round.
Yes.
That way?
Yep.
That way. Yep. Only thing I've used me.
Yeah, pretty much they always rotate counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise, yeah.
So you play 2 actions.
Yeah.
Your turn ends.
Yeah.
Essentially, as soon as you've done your 2 actions, you can't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things that give you extra turns, but I don't think either of our decks have them currently. As soon as you end your turn, you draw a card. You can't draw a card and then do something else.
Yeah.
So I am going to use an ability called Piercing Shot in this lane on Liberator Prime. So he does you 3 points of rend damage. Rend is unblockable damage.
Okay. Unblockable. Cool.
So
that was 3, yes?
3.
4.
Because that was a damage, which is what that symbol is there, he rotates.
That's okay.
That damage can either be from abilities or units, or spells if possible.
So I've got 4 characters
Yep.
with 1 health tracker.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then essentially that's like your army's morale, think about it, or your army's health.
Yeah.
These are your champions leading your army.
So there's no way for you to sort of kick these guys off, is there?
No.
Oh, cool.
There are ways of shutting them down, but it's temporary, and you
So
can't...
it's not Destiny style where you sort of kick them out. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm then going to... Sorry, I forgot. At the beginning of my turn, he would have rotated to that, and because there's nothing in that corner, he would disappear off.
Okay. So beginning of turn, things...
Everything rotates, just like Lightseekers.
Yeah.
I am going to... When a unit is removed by your opponent, deal 3 damage to them. Ooh. I'm going to end my turn to draw a card, because I had 1 action left.
Okay. Right, so not o'clock. It's that way.
That way, yeah. Which does 2 damage to me, unless any of your guys buff them up.
When this champion moves it? Nope.
No. And he's got no generic ability.
Nope.
He's got no ability, should I say. So I'm down to 30 health.
Oh. I am 24. So I'm going to pop a... What does the red and green thing mean again?
Red and green thing?
The...
Green is your guys.
Right.
Red is your opponents. So essentially think about there's 4 cubes on my side and 4 cubes on your side.
Okay.
Yours are always green, your opponents are always red.
Okay.
And it'll be flipped round for me.
Yeah.
You also gain health from the Freakish Crypt Tower.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do.
Opponent gain.
Oh, cool. So I get 2 health there.
Yeah.
You do.
Thank you for reading.
You're welcome. I like to read.
I don't.
Also, the fact that it's facing you right now is
Yeah.
a bit helpful as well.
It really helps because I go,
Teeny
oh
tiny
yeah,
rating.
that's how this will work.
I'm going to play a Mystic Shield on Well, you, because it has to be blue.
Unfortunately, it doesn't rotate him.
Nope.
So any damage I do to you while it's on that corner is reduced by 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's.
You've got 1 action left.
Oh, so draw a card.
Okay. Let's think. So I am going to play a Paladin Protector there.
Yep.
He's a Stormcast, so he rotates.
Mhm.
Reduce the damage received from highlighted enemy units. So essentially here, here, and here.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yep.
Highlighted units here and here can't be removed, but there's nobody there.
Yeah.
I will then draw a card.
Submission.
Yeah, it's over.
Right.
And rotate.
Yeah,
I
so
wrote it. So yep.
it doesn't do anything because they're both X.
Yeah.
I played him a turn too early.
Pop Curse Strike on there. 3 damage to your opponent.
Yep.
You may rotate a highlighted spell or unit 1 step backwards or forwards.
Okay, so it comes into play.
Yep.
It does the damage.
Yep.
He reduces it by 2 because it's enemies, and anything on your side is an enemy.
Okay.
So I take 1 damage.
Okay.
So I go down to 9.
Mhm.
But you can then rotate. What's the wording of it again? Sorry.
You may rotate a highlighted spell or unit 1 step backwards or forwards.
So you can do that if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Then next turn he rotates and disappears off.
Yeah, do that.
Yep. That
Goes
disappears.
with.
Yep. That is an ability.
Mhm.
So he
Yeah.
Yes, he rotates.
Yeah.
To be honest, you don't have to. You can put that to the side
Yeah.
because it's a discard. So you still got an action left.
Draw.
Okay, look. So he rotates and he disappears off.
Yeah.
I need to deploy a unit of any sort in order to trigger the next one.
How many cards can I have on my troopy people?
1 in front of them.
Just 1 in front of them.
There are cards called stacking units,
Yeah.
and they can be played on top of other cards to increase them.
Cool. Okay.
I am going to. I wish I had another wizard other than you, mate.
If I only had a wizard.
Did you rotate your Mystic Shield, by the way?
No, I did not.
I'm just going to draw 2 cards, sorry. And I will pass.
You just going to draw 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Rotate, so Mystic Shield rotates, drops off.
Yep. You rotate and you rotate to 2.
So I take 4 damage and you heal 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I go down to
Oh, to
25.
30. Where the flip's that skull? There it is. Yep. Okay, so rotate, do that. Yep, cool. Right. I'm going to pop. Have I got any vampires? Oh, I've got that one. So that one goes there. 2 damage to you. Is that right? Yeah. When it comes out. Yeah.
And it is a vampire, so
So that
your
rotates that way, which has an X.
X is remove. As in remove one of my guys.
Oh, cool.
Or, well, I believe it might trigger off you removing one of your guys as well, but
Oh.
yes, it will, because last time triggers off you removing your own guys. Anything else?
I'm just draw my other card.
Okay.
Up to you.
So those 2 are going to disappear off this turn.
Yep. So fully rotated.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Opportunity Strike in this vein.
Mhm.
So it does you 2 points of damage.
Yep.
He rotates to there. I'll then play a Paladin Protector, which rotates into there.
Cool.
And over to you.
Wow. Nice and quick. Right, so I rotate that way.
Yes.
You guys rotate out.
Yep. So he does me 2 damage.
2 damage? Yeah.
He stops the 2 damage.
Oh. Rude.
The order in the base form is pretty much all about stopping damage.
Yeah. What do you need? You need one of those dudes, don't you?
Oh, I should have done it. I could have actually fully rotated him around that turn. Oh well.
What's this one again? The white one?
An ability.
Just an ability in general.
Yep.
I have spell.
Doopy doop.
This can only be played by a vampire champion. Highlighted unit spells are dormant.
Dormant means things are pretty much not rotating.
Cool.
Not rotating or activating abilities. Yeah, I think it actually says on your death card next to you, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with this one. Terrify. This can only be deployed by a vampire champion. Vampire champion.
Yep.
Highlighted units and spells are dormant, which is that one? Is that right?
Yes, not this one. This one here.
Yeah.
But it's only what's over here.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's nothing here currently. And it lasts for 2 turns.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say.
I need to draw a card.
Yeah, draw the card again.
Let's think. Obviously, he's going to rotate.
Yep. 1 damage.
No, it's I reduce damage.
Oh, you reduce damage.
I am going to use Triumphant Smash, which removes your unit,
Oh.
and then I am able to rotate a highlighted unit backwards, so he'll rotate back to that. It is a removed ability, so I go like that. All I need to do is do damage over here.
Wow.
That was my first action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I will use Brutal Smash, which does 2 points damage to you. It would do 4 extra damage if you had 8 more cards in hand, but you don't.
No.
Which rotates him fully round.
So that was
2 damage.
2 damage, 6.
Because I've done the full rotation, I now reveal this and resolve its abilities. Stormforge. When a highlighted Stormcast unit leaves play, draw a card. That is a constant. It just sits there, and as my Stormcast guys leave the play, I get to draw more cards.
Wow, cool.
But that's my 2 actions. Over to you.
Over to me. Gonna go with a zombie dragon on him. So that is that. So that
Rotates.
goes that way.
But the zombie dragon has an enter the field ability.
Oh, he does. As it enters play, discard 1 card from your hand. Me.
Yes.
Rude.
Because if you look at them, they're extremely powerful.
Yes.
Also, I'd like to point out, anybody who's watching this, yes, we are playing Unslaved, and I hope it triggers you.
And draw. Sorry. Yes. Thank you.
Over to me.
Yeah.
So he rotates to that.
Mhm.
I have 1 card in hand. I'm tempted.
Sorry. I just got place.
I'm just going to end my turn and draw 2 cards.
Oh,
Yeah, to the way.
I thought I had it.
It's got little arrows on the card.
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic arrows. So I just drew 2 cards, so it's over to you. So rotations. That rotates off and goes.
Yeah.
Zombie dragon rotates and does me 2 damage, which is reduced by 1 because of him.
Stupid card.
Stupid mechanic, which is all of what you're all about.
Pieces, I guess. I need. That is.
Do damage.
Do damage?
Yeah.
So if I play.
Don't think we mentioned it earlier. Well, I think I mentioned it before the video started.
Yeah.
You can't play 2 of the same card in a turn. So if you had 2 zombie dragons, you couldn't play both of them in 1 turn.
That's what you meant. I did wonder, yeah.
And so he enters the field.
Mhm.
That's health.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Gain. Corners 1 to 2. Gain. Blah health.
Yeah. So you gained 1 health.
Gain 1. Oh.
I thought you were trying to do damage to me. That was all.
No. Just not reading my cards. That's not deal damage.
That's pretty much what I was just getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. I just realised. Never mind.
Over to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was 1 action. Are you just drawing a card?
Over to you.
So he rotates and disappears off,
Mhm.
which allows me to draw a card.
Cool.
I am going to play a Paladin Decimator there, which rotates him. And then I'm going to play a Warding Light there, which doesn't do anything yet. gases rotate 2 more times. And I will pass to you because that was my 2 actions.
That was your 2 actions, yeah. I can rotate.
So that hits me and does 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah.
And then he heals you for 1.
Heals me for 1. That's 8.
So I'm down to 18 damage. And you're in 28.
28, yeah. It's for units.
Doop-be-doop.
So if I play that there,
Devour.
remove a highlighted spell or unit, shuffle 1 unit from your discard pile into your deck.
Yep, so choose a unit from your discard pile and shuffle it back into your deck.
I like you.
Which is going to be, because you have to...
Oh yeah, Murderous Vargas.
Yep, so that goes back into your deck.
And shuffle it?
Yep. It is an ability, so that goes into your discard.
Oh right, yeah.
And she rotates.
And
Yep.
I'm getting it. Right, then shuffle. And then I'll just draw a card.
Okay, look. So...
I'm rotating. Yes.
Yep, so draw a card.
Yep.
He rotates, he does you a point of damage.
Cool.
What can I do? When a highlighted Stormcast unit, right. So he doesn't do any damage, he's done his thing. You know what? I'm going to play a Arcane Bolt, and I'm going to draw a card.
So that's a vampire, is that?
Play a vampire.
Yeah, it's play a vampire.
Yep.
I will have them on the one. Right, so turn.
Which allows you to draw 2 cards.
2 cards.
And then you rotate him and he disappears off.
Yeah.
There is something a bit more of an advanced rule. You rotate everything.
Yeah.
And then you resolve left to right.
Oh, that's a lot.
It really matters as well.
Yeah.
Because if you have something here that would deal you damage and you have something here that would heal you, and that kills you, that won't trigger.
Okay.
So that you'll, as soon as you take the damage to go down to 0, you lose.
Okay. I suppose that makes sense.
It is important though from left to right because sometimes you'll want it to resolve from right to left, but you can't choose unfortunately.
We took Arcane Bolt on him.
Yep.
What's the green one?
Health.
Yeah, I should guess that. Pop that on there.
Okay, look. So that's your turn over. Over to me.
Yes.
He rotates, hits you for 2.
2.
That rotates, does nothing. He needs an ability. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So rotates off.
Yep.
Yep. I'm getting it. Rotates 1.
And does me a point of damage.
Yep.
And then you spell.
Oh, I was so close. I was doing so well. I forgot one. Heroism. Does that mean I've done
Ability.
Use an ability.
Shoot. Right, so I need to draw. Just draw 2.
Okay, look. So that rotates and hits you for 7 damage.
7.
What you've got one in front of you. You can't say anything. I'm doing 10 damage to you totally.
Cool. That's easier. Thank you.
Because that hits you for 7, that hits you for 3. And I just instantly did the stupid thing of going, that should have resolved, then that should have resolved.
Does that spell not stay?
No, it does, yeah, sorry.
Just in case.
Does it?
Yeah, because it's resolved this turn. Next turn it rotates off.
It rotates out, yeah.
I'll play a Star Drake, which rotates him to that. And I have to discard a card from hand. Let's get rid of Standfast. And then I will draw a card.
Draw a card. Cool. So I'm going to play.
No, you're going to rotate first.
So close.
So that does 3 damage, and that does 7 damage. So you do 10 damage to me.
10 damage. Yep. Now I'll play that one.
Yep.
Which is 2 damage.
Oh, sorry. When this champion or a card control grants you 4 more health. Right. Yeah. So So 2 damage, I go down to 5.
That's a vampire, so she rotates?
Yes. She
Yeah.
does.
Cool. And I need. What's an ability? So yeah, that one. No, like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Want to do reduce damage received from highlighted enemies by whatever it says.
By 1.
Yep.
Okay, so that was your 2 actions.
Two
over to me.
actions. Yep.
That rotates and goes away.
Yep.
He rotates, goes away. I draw a card because of Stormforge.
Yep.
This rotates and hits you for 5, but you're reducing the damage by 1, so it hits you for 4.
Cool.
It has a secondary ability which removes him.
Oh, nice.
Why he's done his full
Oh
rotation.
yes, that's only effort.
Oh, sorry, you should still be there.
Okay, so that was 4 damage. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. 11.
I'm going to play Tactical Formation, which allows me to draw 1 card and then I can switch 2 champions.
Mhm.
So I draw a card and I will choose not to. Damn it, I thought it was further along than that. But that's just an ability that. Oh, that's him who I should have used it on. Piercing Shot, which does 3 rends, so he can't stop it, so it's 3 damage.
3 damage, yep.
And that does rotate him round, which reveals this card. Divine Blast. 6 damage to your opponent, gain 2 health. So I go up to 7 health. However, it is now your turn.
Yep.
So you rotate everything.
Yep. That way?
Rotate. Then you go from left to right.
Yep.
That disappears off.
Off.
That reduces damage by 1, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And he does 2 damage.
2 damage, yep.
So I go down to 5.
5. Cool. Ooh, what you do is.
Have you got 2 health left?
Yep.
Okay. This then pretty much is removed. I can't do that again.
Yeah.
I don't think my guys can even rotate anymore. But well, these 2 guys anyway.
Still quite a strong ability.
Yeah. There's one that I've got, and I can't remember how it works, but it ends up usually doing about 9 damage.
Ooh.
There's a Chaos one. The first 3 corners do you 2 damage, but the 4th corner does you 14 damage. Does your opponent 14 damage?
Wow.
What does Star Trek do? He doing?
Not anymore. He's done his 5 damage and he's removed something, so he's not going to do anything else.
3 damage to your opponent. You may rotate a highlighted spell or 1 unit, 1 backwards or forwards.
Yeah, you may choose not to do that if you so desire.
Right.
So I go down to 2 damage.
Yeah.
It's an ability, so
Yeah.
that was an ability used on him, so he rotates.
Yeah.
So if you manage to play a unit now, he'll rotate again to his full.
Cool.
Yep. Doesn't do anything. He rotates.
Yeah.
And then you reveal the ability.
Do I just do it straight away?
Well, read it out.
Heroic Act.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
damage to your opponent, gain 3 health.
Yeah. So it's a heroic act, so you have to use an action to do it.
No.
Over to you.
Yes.
So that rotates and disappears off. He's not a Stormcast, so I don't get to use the Stormforge.
Yep.
Righteousness, deal you 3 damage,
Oh.
which is reduced by 1 because of him, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still 2 damage.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, but that is Age of Sigmar.
I like that.
It's really simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it works.
Once you grasp it,
Once you grasp it.
like Ant says, as long as you remember that the arrows go a certain way, and as long as you remember to do it every turn.
Mhm.
I find the app, because it's a computer doing it, you're just pretty much playing cards,
Yeah.
and the app takes care of all the rotations.
Mm.
It's a lot easier to play.
Yeah.
Not saying that this is a hard game to play, by any chance.
I mocked you for the left to right thing, but that ends sort of time going to all the left and it actually makes sense. I'm like, oh, maybe there's something into that then.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, there you go. There's my order card. Which I forgot to put in. But yeah, I have a beast beast deck online because of things like this. And there's a champion. While he's got a beast in front of him, if an opposing unit does damage, he instantly does 3 damage to your opponent.
Oh wow.
So he's sat in front, your opponent does damage, it hits you. He then rotates, does 2 damage. And there's other ways of boosting it. There's like a eagle thing that boosts the damage of all order cards.
Oh shoot! So if I pulled that one at that last turn,
Yes.
oh shoot! 4 damage just straight away off the bat.
Yeah. Like I said, you can alter your decks. So essentially, your deck's 40 cards.
Yeah.
I think. I'll check that. It might be 30 or 40. You've got your 4 champions, which can be. You can do shenanigans really because I think my deck I don't use any of these.
Yeah.
But you can go. The current one that I keep running into is a chaos one, which is just all melee characters, and the entire deck is just about pushing out melee and rotating the melee guys around.
Yeah.
But then I've also seen a really funny one, which was order, and it was just all spells. There was no units in it. It was just all spells.
Oh, wow.
They just sat there and went zap, 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 and it was a really hard game to play against.
So what do you think of it?
It's pretty good. Looks definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Your Lightseeker's mat and my Lightseeker's mat would actually be very helpful because obviously it's got the 35
Yeah, it has.
ring on it. We were using dice, which obviously
It worked actually.
it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously moving the coin around.
So you can keep track and stuff easier.
Yeah. It's just a shame I didn't know about that Age of Sigmar Champions event on Saturday.
Oh.
I'm not saying that I would have run all the way down to Nottingham for it, but if I'd had a bit more
Yeah.
pre-warning.
Could have been something to look at.
I really enjoyed that though. That was a really good game.
Yeah. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I am going to keep buying the odd card here and there.
Yeah.
I've been playing it online. You can play it online for free to get the grasp of the game, and then obviously you can get the cards because the art's really nice on it as well.
Yeah, you can scan the cards as well, I believe.
Yes, and it's the beta wasn't particularly good, but scanning them now is actually really quite good. I will, before taking pictures of my cards, I will make sure I claim them all, so don't try and scan them off the video. Because the app is actually on eBay, people are covering up the cards so people can't scan them.
Oh.
So essentially they're doing it like that.
Yeah.
Because it's that apparently that it scans.
Oh really? The dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the each
I didn't
one's
even
got like
notice
unique
them.
markings.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a little barcode, isn't it?
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be playing more hopefully soon.
Like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe.
And tell us if we got anything wrong. Your thumb is not on camera there. There we go.
Happy thumb.
And you just knocked the camera. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Happy camera.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.